Hello friends, Ricky Chadda from Astro Healer. I had promised you that I'll be making a video where I'll be explaining to you how to analyze your horoscope according to your Lagna as well as from your moon chart. I have been telling you that when I am putting a video on different transit, look at it from the Lagna as well as look it from the moon also. Now people got confused. People were saying, what are you saying? So I thought, and when I happened to read an article, it came at the right time. I thought now I should make a video and explain to you what is actually your Lagna and what is your moon. See, first we have to understand, if you have a horoscope, if you want to look at your horoscope from material point of view, physical point of view, what are going to be your your finances, your health, your your property, landed property, all these are material things in life. And today's world, we are all concerned about what we have or what we possess as far as materials are concerned. But when you look at your moon sign and you make moon as your Lagna, then you are talking about how to analyze a chart from a very astral point of view, where you are more concerned about how are you going to behave, response on an emotional level. Are you going to be very sensitive about a thing? Is this going to make you passionate? Are you going to get that satisfaction what you're looking for? So we have to look at the chart from both the point of view. Now, for this what I did, I requested one of my friend, a lady, that is it okay if I don't disclose your name, but I talk about your chart, the Lagna chart and the moon chart both, and explain to people, because see, if I do it on my chart, I'm going to be very biased. Okay, if I look at someone else's chart and explain to you how the journey of this particular lady happened, as far as I know her, I will be able to explain to you in details. So friend, this video is definitely going to be a little long. Secondly, maybe few of my viewers may not be interested because we are talking about somebody else. But yes, you can definitely check with your horoscope also when you look at your Lagna and your moon both together. Also, people who are interested in astrology would be more concerned about this video, and those who are not may find it very dry. But I'm sorry, this video is meant for people who have interest in astrology, in occult, and they may be the one who will resonate with this video. So let's start this video. I need to take you on the board to explain to you how to look or how to analyze your birth chart from your Lagna and from moon. Believe me, it's so interesting. Let's go on the board. So friends, now we are on the board. The details of the lady whose horoscope we are going to analyze is here. She was born on the 5th of December 1970 at around 5 a.m. in the morning in Delhi. I want you to make this horoscope if you are interested in astrology, and so you can look for yourself. She is currently running under the Mahadasha of Saturn from 2003 to 2022, October. After October in 2022, that's this year, she would be starting the dasha of Mercury for 17 years. Now, this is her Lagna chart. First, concentrate over here. Do not look at this because these are going to be very tiny and you will not be able to read. This is for my reference. Now, her Lagna chart says that her Lagna, and this is the Lagna chart, I am talking about the physical, material world, how we will look at her. Lagna is Libra. Fine. You can see there is Venus, Jupiter and Mars placed in Libra. Sun is in the second house Scorpio. Third house Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius, third house. Fourth house is empty. Fifth house has got Moon and Rahu both together. Sixth house is empty. Seventh house has got retrograde Saturn and deviated as well. 8th, 9th and 10th house is empty, vacant. 11th house has got Ketu. 12th house again is vacant. Now, when you want to read a horoscope as far as the moon is concerned, and you want to know this lady on an astral level, then you have to draw. What you have to do is, can you see number 11 written over here? See, this is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn and moon is in Aquarius. You have to rotate this horoscope so that the moon comes over here. All the planets accordingly you'll see will move like this. Fine? This is the first thing you have to do. So this becomes your moon chart, this becomes your Lagna chart. Now, all the 12 houses, I'll explain to you how this, if you look at her physical way and if you look at her from on an astral level, how her life has been and what can be her future. Fine? Now, number one, the first house. Let's look at the first house. First house is yourself, how people look at you, your personality and so on. So the first house is, she looks beautiful. Venus is in Libra itself, so she'll appear to be very beautiful. Now Venus also in Lagna, we talk about very fond of luxury, very fond of beautification, very artistic, fine. Would love to take her selfie. She would like to be a model. Whether she'll become a model or no is a different issue. But she would want to be like, always the desire is there because Venus is there. Now, she is very generous because Jupiter is sitting over here. Anger issue because first house has got Mangal. Mangal will make you a little irritable and so on. Married life would be in problem because Mangal and Saturn has got an axis over here. Physical level, you can see this now. Fine. Now, very dominating and she is very fond of luxuries. This is on a physical level. Fine. Now come to the first house looking from the moon. But now, we will not look at the first house like this. No. What you have to do, this first house, how far is it from the moon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you see the 9th house? Here. The Lagna is in the 9th house. So I am not counting this house as a Lagna. I am saying this Lagna, the first house, which on a physical level we all can see, but for her, where can she see herself? See, 9th house is a house of spirituality, religious activities, preaching, counseling, teaching, and Venus, Jupiter and Mars sitting over there. She would love to go out and preach, counsel, teach and so on. This is so moon, Aquarius, and the nakshatra that moon is in with Rahu is Satabhisha. Satabhisha is a nakshatra. First of all, This is a Grahan Yoga because it is Rahu and Moon together. Lagna is in the 9th house and she would be in preaching, teaching, counseling and so on. And she will always have a positive outlook. Right? Now she was born in Satabhisha Nakshatra. Satabhisha Nakshatra is a symbol of 100 doctors, 100 medicine, healer. So this person somehow may not be in medical field, may not be a doctor, but she will go out to heal. And today, let me tell you one thing, the information is that she is basically a healer. She is into Reiki, she is into tarot and so on. Fine? Now, let us look at the second house from the physical point of view, Lagna chart. Now, second house has got Scorpio and Sun sitting over here. Now, whenever Sun sits in any house, because it is so bright, it will definitely harm one of your physical thing. First is eye. She will always have some problem with the eye. Speech. Now, Mangal is over here. Maybe at times she may be very blunt, very harsh and so on. So, it affects the harsh speech. Monetary gains from ancestral properties. See, Sun is coming from the 11th house of income. Income is in the second house. So she will gain something from ancestral property. Now this becomes a physical. But if you look from the Moon point of view, now we have to look from Moon, where is the second house? Are you understanding? From Moon, where is the second house? This was 9th, 10th. So this becomes, can you see it's in the 10th house. What it says? It says, wherever she will work or whatever she will do, she wants a very authoritative position over there. Fine? Wherever she is, she wants that everybody should report to me. I should have a dominance over that place. I should control that place. She will always look for a very coveted level in life. That is her passion, because that is in the head that she wants this. Now come to the third. Now see, I'll explain. Authoritative position would be in her mind, business minded, and 10th house is also of karma. So karma plays a role over here in the 10th house. Maybe she will get I'll come to that. What will happen in future now. Now come to the third house. Now third house, you can see Mercury over here. Now third house, Mercury in the Kalpush Kundli actually rules the third house, which is a house of communication. So third house is communication would be the key role of her life. 12th Lord in the third house, but then 12th Lord in the third house. Now 12th Lord, she wants to communicate, but something is holding her back. She wants to go out, but something is holding her back. Ultimately, the divine, what she wants to speak is going to be ultimately the divine messages that she would speak out. Later, when Mercury Dasha will start. Are you getting me? Here. Now, third house, 12th Lord in the third, she has to put a lot of efforts in communication. 9th house in the third. Now, even the 9th is in the third. That means her fortune will come or her fortune will rise after she communicates. So, she's going to earn money and everything after in the Dasha of Mercury and using the 9th house. Now, the third house from the Moon. Now, you have made Moon over here. So, from the third, it is the 11th house. See, Mercury is in the 11th house over here. Income. So, the third house says, 11th from the Moon, gain through communication. Again, gain through communication in Mercury's Mahadasha, 2022 after October. From Moon, 8th, 5th Lord. So, from Moon, it is the Lord, Mercury is the Lord of the, see, it is the 8th house, fine, and the 5th. Mercury rules 5th and 8th. So what will happen? creativity in occult science, and gain through communication. Creativity combined with occult, combined with communication, and the gains will come to her. Fine. Fourth house. Very interesting over here. Fourth house is empty and aspected by Saturn. See, Saturn from the 10th aspect is looking at this house. Saturn is retrograde. Saturn is debilitated. So, will stay in a rented place, okay, till the Mahadasha of Saturn, till 22 is there. She would be into a rented place. She may have all the money, but still, domestic issues in life will go on and she will have to keep on struggling. But from the astral point of view, from moon, if you look, it is the 12th. The fourth house is 12th from the moon. Now what will happen? From the fourth, the person who is going to seek for moksha, for communication with divine power, foreign place, maybe some connection with the foreign place or far away from your birthplace. Staying very isolated, okay, fear of being in a crowded place. So she will not be very comfortable in a very crowded place. Now this is one of the symptoms also of spiritual awakening. That we will talk a little later. Now coming to the fifth house. The fifth house is the place where actually moon and Rahu is here. Now on a physical level, if anybody looks at it, I would say it's a house which says she may have an abortion or a miscarriage or issues always with children. Maybe difficult to handle the issues with children. Now, fifth, creativity would be there because this is called as a Shakti Yoga. Moon and Rahu causes a Shakti Yoga. Her imagination would be wild. Okay, and sometimes it gives you some phobias also. I'm coming to the phobias also. Now, fifth house, creativity, Shakti Yoga is there. She will not hesitate to use someone, okay, for her own reason, fine, but yet very emotional. So when time comes, maybe, see this, every person has got some negative and positive quality. Though the person has got Shakti Yoga, so these people, they sometimes, you know, okay, I have got this work from this person, let this work get over, and then she know I have got no emotional bonding with the person. It's like that. But now go on a physical level. Go on a physical level, see, it becomes the first house from the moon Lagna. Very creative. Fears and phobias will be there in her life. Because it is the sixth house. Moon rules the sixth house, and sitting over here, she will have the phobia with what? Phobias with diseases, illnesses, and taking loans or giving loan. She will have problems over there. Right? Next. Let's talk about the sixth house. Now, sixth house is empty over here. Nothing is in the sixth house. Lord is in the first house. Now, sixth house, Lord in Lagna, Jupiter, aspected by Rahu, fear of illness again, because the sixth house is into the earth and looked after Rahu. Again, fear of illness. Fear of taking loans or giving loans also. But if you look at from a mental point of view, from her astral point of view, then you will see it is the second from Lagna of moon Lagna. Not much attached to extended family. She's not very much attached to extended family. Okay. Second Lord in the ninth. Second Lord is in the ninth over here. Ancestral property will come her way. Somewhere in the life she will get some benefit from the ancestral property. She would love to, she will make fortune out of preaching and teaching and counseling. Seventh house. Saturn is in the seventh house. Issues with marriage, partnership. Then fourth and the fifth Lord, Yogara, is debilitated. So you will have issue with children and issue with domestic happiness or property. Also, this is a physical thing. On a mental level, it is the third. Saturn over here, third from moon, you will have to put efforts to improve your communication. Your own personality, you will put efforts to bring it up. And especially with divine. Efforts in handling your own children also. That will also be a big task for you. Now why am I saying that? Okay, this is the 7th house, third house over here. Wherever Saturn is there, you have to put effort over there. Always remember that. So this is the efforts that you have to put. Now come to the 8th house. Very interesting. Now 8th house, 8th lord is in the Lagna. 8th lord is in the Lagna. Venus is in the Lagna. Now, issues would be there with relationship. Venus talks about relationship. May get, not always, she hasn't, but many people would get into some scandal. Interested in occult. 8 in the first house, occult. Interested in occult world, especially Reiki, Tarot, Astrology, Numerology and so on. But to get into that, initially she will have a lot of fear. Because 8th house is always not very sure about it. Okay. Now, 8th lord, if you look from the moon, like from here it is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what will happen? Now, 8th from this thing, 4th from the moon, Venus in the 9th. Very fortunate and happy if you take up. Very fortunate and happy if you take up counseling, occult, teaching, preaching or be a counselor. Very, very fortunate in that. 9th house. Now 9th house, the Lord is Mercury, is in the 3rd house of communication. She will be fortunate with communication, especially if she communicates through writing. So she will be very good with words because Moon and Rahu has got very weird imagination. That imagination will help her in this. Okay. Now from the astral point of view, psychological point of view, 11th house, huge income and fulfillment of desire. Now look at this. We are talking about the 9th house. And 9th house, 3. 3 is over here. From moon it is in the 5th house. Creativity. Okay. Creation. So you will see that the 9th house, huge income and desire through creativity and occult. Especially if it is tarot cards, because tarot cards is something which you can handle it and shuffle it. Next, 10th house. Now this is a house over here which is ruled by moon, which is sitting in the 5th house. So her karma, physically if you go to the, she should be doing something in creativity or at least something with technical. Fine. Now I know her, so I know that she was into something which was very technical. But later on, what happens? 10th Lord is in the 5th house, creativity, imagination or imaginative, and again communication. But from the Moon Lagna means psychologically thinking, the 10th Lord over here, 4th, is in the 6th house. So, Moon Lagna is Satabisha. We are talking about karma. It is in the 6th house. Okay, what is the 6th house? It is about disease, illness, but here your karma says you can have phobia, you can have fear with illness, but you have to go out and heal people. This is a house of healing. You will be a healer. So she will go out. Now, Satabisha is 100 doctors, 100 or healers. 6th Lord, you have to cure diseases for people. Now, disease actually doesn't mean you become a doctor or a nurse. Maybe some people have got some depression, anxiety, whatever it is. So she will go out and she will work over there. 11th house. Now come to the 11th house. 11th Lord, no, 11th house, 11th Lord is in the 2nd house. So the 11th Lord in the 2nd house Monetary gains through social platform. Social platform could be YouTube, could be Facebook, could be anything. From here you will have this thing. Or one day she has to go into the social circle from where she will earn her fortune. Now from astral point of view, it becomes the 7th house. Here it is. It becomes the 7th house. So you have to make this as a business, self-employed into it, okay? Or you may be in a partnership with someone. And then you will start making profit. But when the right time comes. 12th house, this is the last house I'm talking about. 12th house is of foreign land, divinity in 3rd house. So 12th in the 3rd house. Again, communication. So the main reason for her, especially in the dasha of Mercury, everything that will revolve around her is going to be communication and communication. Nothing else. Now come to the last, how 12th house can be looked from the moon. From moon, the 12th house is the 7th, 8th house. It becomes the 8th. Now here, it is the 12th house. 6 is sitting over here in the 8th. See, it has gone into the 8th over here. Now, 6th lord of occult. Because here it is occult. Sudden gain, you will have sudden gain from ancestral property or something, and whatever you are going to earn is going to be from occult, tarot, Reiki, astrology, numerology, sudden gains, and so on. This is how you are going to look at when you have to merge both your horoscope like this. And please understand, many people will tell you, no, you have to look like this. This is your 2nd house. This is your 3rd house, 4th house. No. Look at this. Your Lagna from your moon, your 2nd house from the moon, your 3rd house from the moon, your 4th house from the moon, and so on. And then you will come to a final conclusion. Yes, this is how my life is going to function for me. So friends, this was all that I wanted to talk to you about. And if you did like this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell icon as well. Thank you so much. God bless.